YouTube. How's everybody doing? Jags to Riches, James Peters. Thank you all so much for your time. Boston Celtics NBA offseason. Unfortunately, we know why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen. It is Robert Williams and the unfortunate update around his health. Let me actually get my share screen prepared here. But again, breaking news, if you will. You're talking about just a few weeks before training camp. I mean, a month away from the season start. And as you can see, Robert Williams to undergo knee surgery. Essentially, he's having a scope procedure done again on his knee. It is expected to sideline him for anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. So he will miss the start of the season. And that's just because I have this screen up right here. I also want to make note that the Celtics also released Bruno Caboclo today. Now, straight to it. I mean, this is obviously shitty. I mean, this sucks. There's no good, I mean, the way it's being reported, and it obviously makes a lot of sense when you think of it. It's that because my initial thing, just like everyone's, was like, well, damn, bro, the season's about to start. What the hell you been doing? And they're saying, I guess, that it's because he's now ramping it up. Essentially, I guess he was told to put his body on ice and just relax post playoffs. And now that he's ramping it back up, obviously everyone's, back in, getting it in gear, working out hard now with the season approaching. And it appears that that's where it was like, well, shit, guys, something's wrong. So this is not a major, this is not like the initial injury that he had to it. Again, it's just a scope here. But the fact that it's another knee injury, another injury with Robert Williams, who's only 24, 25. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially those that, aren't Celtics fans, forget like that last season was his first year as a starter. As incredible as as great as he was, that was his first real go at it. His first year with significant minutes, his first year with that significant role, makes an all defensive team, gets, votes for a damn defensive player of the year, is a walking double-double, 10 and 10, damn near 2.5 blocks among the league leaders, one of the best vertical spacers in the game, his pick and roll, obviously the free safety, defensive presence that he does. And it's just, oh, by the way, let's add the fact that he's one of the best passing bigs in the damn NBA. All the guys love him. The core loves playing with him. And he's the same damn age. I mean, people like to bring up, the Milwaukee Bucks, if they had Middleton, and I'm not taking anything away from Middleton, top 25, but, they're always so quick to forget that the Celtics, the last month and into the playoffs, were without Rob Williams he was either gone or injured. And my point is not comparing them, but his importance to the Celtics, especially what we do on the defense. I mean, everywhere he is, his importance is second to none. I mean, this is just disappointing. There's no real way to look at it other than that. I wish him health and I hope that he bounces back from this. And all I can stress is to take his time and get this right. Because we currently have him on arguably the best contract in the NBA, right? I mean, this is a guy who's making, I think, 10, 11 million, something crazy a year right now. So we have him under contract. I think this is the first year he's going into that extension. Take your time with him. Make sure he is right and ready to go. We have a full damn season. We're just getting into it, right? Now, that's obviously the concerns with his health. The fact that this is, something that's, been a continuing issue with him. But the other concerns is the fact that what if we continue to talk about, and I have stressed, saying that if you want to talk about any glaring issues or areas of need, I should say, for the Boston Celtics that remain after a brilliant offseason, it is our big man front court rotation, right? And it is continuing to get thinner and thinner. We first lose Danilo Gallinari. Now we're losing Rob Williams for, the beginning of the season. We then cut Bruno Caboclo. So now you're really talking about Al Horford, who, oh, by the way, is not playing in the 13 back-to-backs. I actually don't know how many there are, in the time that, Time Lord will be missing at the start. But again, you have Al Horford, and now you're looking at Luke Cornett and Noah Vonleh. I also seen an update that Justin Jackson, Jake Layman, and Denzel Valentine all got non-guarantees. Yeah, Jake Layman, Denzel Valentine, and Justin Jackson all got non-guarantees. But again, all of those guys, some size there, 6'8" for Jake. Same with Justin Jackson, but unfortunately, those are not true front court guys. All we're looking at pretty much now is Luke Cornett and Noah Vonleh. My last video, I actually went into some details on, Noah Vonleh, on why I think that he has shown to be the guy, in my opinion, as a front runner, just has the most experience and has had some success in that 1 year. I believe it was 18-19, where he averaged over 8.5 and 8 rebounds. I think he was the 9th overall pick. So I think that nothing really changes here for the Celtics. You go into training camp here and you see what you got with every one of these guys that aren't a part of your core rotation. The silver lining, it kind of is, if you want to take anything out of this, is the fact that, Malcolm Brogdon will be able to see him immediately go in with the starters. It's something I've been saying I thought was inevitable just because of how good of a player he is. So now I imagine it'll be Marcus, Brogdon, the Jays, and Horford starting the year, with Derek White and, first guy off the bench, Grant Williams in the 7th, and then Peyton Pritchard in the 8th. And then we'll have to see what happens with the rest of these guys in training camp to fill out the rest of the rotation. You, again, got, Sam Hauser that's going to get a shot. You got Fiondu Cavangeli and, JD on the two-way contracts. You've got all the gentlemen that I just named. So, again, this makes for an exciting, camp battle. And I'm intrigued to see who, emerges. But, again, the other option is something we've discussed heavily, bringing in someone from the outside. I'll be honest, at this point, with exception to the 76ers reaching a deal with Montrezl Harrell, which was like 2 years, $5 million. He's making like $2.5 million a season. It's a pretty good signing for them, in addition to PJ Tucker. But the only other option is to bring in the guys we've discussed so many times, the Aldridge, DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard, etc. I'll be honest, I don't even know if those guys are still available at this point, but we'll have to see. I mean, I believe the Boston Celtics will, again, just take it to training camp, see kind of how things unfold, and then make that decision on if they want to potentially bring in some outside help or just ride it out to begin the season without Rob, because it seems like, he's not going to miss that much time when it actually comes down to the, amount of games and the amount of the actual season itself. So a couple options for the Celtics. Anyways, guys, just wanted to provide an update around Rob Williams and the unfortunate news around his knee procedure. And obviously the news around Bruno Capoco getting cut, a few training camp non-guarantees being thrown out, and the fact that we are getting very close to some basketball. Training camp is just weeks away, obviously media day and all those things as well. And then the NBA, I mean, we're a week and a half away from October. I mean, we're right around the corner, guys. But again, thank you all so much for your time. Prayers to a speedy recovery to Rob Williams. Jags to riches. James Peters, have an excellent conclusion to your day. Take care, guys. Thank you.